sorry for the hold up, Aki. I don't know what I will do, but I've been having technical problems, some family issues. Every time I want to shoot a video, that's why it's taken longer, but I am very sorry. Poleni tena sana. Consistency is not my thing. I told you guys when I start this, I need to learn consistency. It's one of the hardest things for me, but nitangangana anyway. Hi, if you're new here, hi, my name is Casey Njoki and welcome to Perfect Imperfections, and we are really excited for this. I am so excited for this. Anyway, if you haven't liked, subscribed and turned on the notification bell on our channel, please do. I also had a question, because now we're doing it on YouTube. Do we really need a Instagram page? Please let me know on the comment section. I will very much appreciate. So let's get right into it. So for if you know me, you know my biggest imperfection happened in 2020. Yes, it was on a Sunday. But before we start that, I want to take you back on a Saturday. So this was a normal Saturday. We had two parties. One for young people, one for teenagers. So young people, I mean people between age brackets 9 to 13 there. So they had a party, and now sisi wenye tulikuwa tunajiona wakubwa, basically my age, had another party, two different locations. So the deal was my mom was to go with my sister and I was to go to my other party. It was my cousin's party, by the way. So asubuhi nikaamka, nikaenda sherehe yangu, kina mama kaenda sherehe yao. It was such a beautiful day and everything. So I didn't go home on Saturday, so I went to my auntie's that Saturday in the evening. So Sunday morning, yeah, it was Sunday morning. My mom texted me, "Hi, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just in the house. We're chilling. We were waiting for a few of my friends who had to come over, and then we were supposed to have another chill vibe again." So I tell her, "I'm waiting for my friends. They're supposed to come. Nini. So she's like, "We're throwing your auntie a surprise party. Do you want to come?" Whenever I go to these cousins of mine, I rarely want to leave. Usually fight with my mom when it comes time ya kwenda home. Always fight about it. So I'm like, no. So instead of saying no, I said I don't have money. Because she had given me money the previous day. I was not expecting she'd give me money today. So I was expecting those lectures for you're spending money badly, nini, and then still teaching ambwa, you're ndio hata punishment yako. So weirdly, my mom sends me money. I'm like, oh God, now why didn't I just say no? So we're just chilling. So I'm looking for another excuse. So the call ended, right? So I went back to where we were seated in the dining area. So we went back there. I went back there where my other cousins were, and we're now talking and laughing. Out of nowhere, the mom comes and starts making noise. I can't really remember. I don't know if it's because they didn't say thank you for the party. I can't really remember why she made noise. I can't put a finger on it, but I know she made noise. I don't know why. So I'm like, sawa. So ikelele nakaa kuendelea in my head now. So I go and tell them, Mom has called, I want to go home. So I shower very fast. Pack my stuff, I'm on my way home. Get home, my mom is all lovey-dovey and hugging me, and so yeah, we enter. She's like, I can't go the way I was dressed. I wanted to change. I think I was wearing a dress and I wanted to wear jeans, yeah. So I enter the house, I want to change. So I enter, I changed. She had worn biker shorts, decent biker shorts, and a t-shirt. And she's like, no, I don't have a long top that will cover. I'm going to meet with your uncle and everything. This looks so indecent. So we're having, she's shifty about her outfit. So I asked her, what do you want to wear? She's like, I wanted to wear a dera. So she goes to check. She hasn't cleaned deras. So I had bought a nice black and white Gucci dera. I really loved that dera. I hadn't even worn it. I was sparing it for a special occasion. So I'm like, that's the only clean dera I had, so I give it to her. I'm like, after I've never worn it, people won't say it's mine. So I give it to her. So she dresses, we enter the car, and the LCC we are leaving. In the car, we were just making stories. They're telling me about their party, I'm telling them about mine, and we laughed. I'm telling you, it was such a good drive that we laughed mpaka unaumwa na tumbo. Ile you're like, no one is supposed to talk after this. Tunapeana break. So she laughs and laughs and laughs. We laughed, I think, the whole way. So we were meeting with my mom's twin and my cousin opposite Mama Lucy. That was the meeting point, so that we drive together. So as we got the first ones, we packed. So as we're still laughing and telling each other stories and everything, it was just funny and lovely and everything. So now, after that, I think my cousin was the first one to come. She came and parked in front of us. Then a few minutes later, my auntie hooted as she drove off. So even us, we drove. So we were driving again from there to, if you know, Kangundo Road. Before you reach Roy Bypass, there used to be a Tuskys. So that's where we were all going to stop, because my auntie was supposed to pick a cake there. Not pick, buy a cake. You see the way ready-made cakes are usually in supers. You can go to Big Mart and never pick a cake and go. That's the situation. So she had said we meet there. So we drove, we finally reached, we parked. So see, we are lighting this car says hi to these people in this other car, and that's the situation. So wameshuka, hey, uko aje nini, yeah, small talk tu hapo. So my auntie enters, akakuja akasema she's not found cake. So we are like, then let's enter, meet the next supermarket tutaona, tusimame, we check. And then I think my auntie is the one who said that there's a quick mat. There are 2 quick mats on your bypass, the Akamakis. There are 2 quick mats. So she says, kwa hizo quick mat tusimame, the new one. There's a new one and an old one, I think, or something like that. So she says we stop at the new one. Again, we enter the car. So me, I'm going to enter my mom's car. So that's where I came. She's like, no. I'm like, tena kumeenda aje. Unajua. I'm like, mom. No, go drive with your cousin. She's alone. And then my cousin that time wasn't very confident in driving. She was just starting out. So she's like, no, she came alone. Don't let her go. So me, I'm like, I don't want to go. Me, I'm thinking I've had good vibes. So I'm like, I really don't want to go, you know. So she's like, I'm not giving. It's not an option I'm giving you. You have to go. Me, I'm like, anyway. Because I know my mom. And she can move from 0 to 100 in 1 minute. Aina haja niharibie siku na ninaenda swimming. I'm psyched. Sawa. So my bro, who is not my brother, but is my brother. So my brother enters with me in my cousin's car. So my cousin is driving. I'm seated in the front seat. My cousin is seated. My brother is seated in the back seat. So my mom's twin, then my cousin, then my mom's car. So we are going. So we are driving. I tell them, I'm not seeing my mom. Hey, how? I'm like, seriously, I'm not seeing my mom. Kwani, where is she? So I tried calling her. Call her. I called her like 3 times. She didn't answer. So I called my sister. Called her. She didn't answer. I called my cousin. His phone is in danger. I called my mom's guy who was also in the car. He also didn't answer. So I kept on calling my mom. So niko na hii ama ni simu yangu iko na shida. So I asked my bro, uko na credit? No, sina. So I asked my cousin. My cousin was like, yes, but siwezi achilia steering wheel. So I'm like, sawa, let me just keep trying. So instead of calling kwanza kina mom's car, I called, but wako mbele. My mom's twin's car. I called, I think, 2 people. They didn't answer. I'm like, I think my phone has a problem. But anyway, let me just keep trying calling mom. So I call. Eventually, a guy answers. a stranger, habari yako mzuri, wapi mwenye simu? Mwenye simu amekuwa na accident. I'm like, what the hell, what just happened? Yeah, mwenye simu amekuwa na accident. Na I'm like, wapi? Hii barabara ya kwenda Ruiru. I'm like, najua tuko kwa hiyo barabara, tulikuwa wote wapi? And then he says, kuna mtu anaitwa T amekufa, wanaita T alikufa on the spot. Yeah. Mi kwanza sunaona nimekata simu. I'm so stressed. I'm like, what the hell just happened? So I call, we hoot now for my mom's twins car. So I tell, cause hawaski, I tell my cousin, we're turn. So when we are turning, my auntie also sees us turning and also turns. I yell at them, mom's car has had an accident, and a person called T, and T was in my mom's car, and T wanasema died on the spot. So I remember when we were driving now towards where we are going, I don't know why, but ushaisikia ile ya, okay, sawa, this has happened. I'm just telling God, okay, thank God it's not my mom. I'm sorry that it's T, but I thank God it's not me. I don't know why. I wasn't even thinking about my sister. Mind you, she's in that car. I don't know why the only person who kept on clicking in my head was my mom. So I'm just, oh my God, I'm just thinking about mom. So we reached there, there's so much commotion. So me and my bro alighted, kabla kazini yangu apate place ya kupark nini. Si tukashuka tukakimbia to the scene. Hey, I fika, let me tell you, I found my mom on the ground. My heart stopped. For like a cold second, everything froze. I remember I couldn't even hear what people are saying. I just froze, like I was frozen. I remember my brother who came and hugged me and moved me from where she was. Mind you, all this time I'm not remembering my sister. My mom's doing, I think, fikad na akaambiwa ende atafute watoto or something, because she left. And she left with my bro's mom. So she left. So I'm like, oh my God, now what is this? So for a cold second, I'm not seeing anyone. So my brother comes. He moves me from the scene. Again, I'm still frozen. I'm not thinking. Few minutes later, I go back. I'm like, I think I'm dreaming. Let me just go confirm that I'm not dreaming. So I go, and I'm still thinking that it's my mom. I rub my eyes. It's still, I'm like, what the hell just happened? Nothing is making sense. So I turn and ask my bro, wapi Tamara, who is my sister? He's like, kina mom have gone to look for her. Just she'll pill. What the hell? What is happening? You know, the way you're just stressed and nothing, you seem to not understand anything that is going on. So everything is a blur, nothing really makes sense. So he tells me I need to chill and everything. So I'm like, okay, let's breathe. I don't know what happened. I think my best friend called me. So I was crying. So I tell him, mom has died. You know, he thought I was laughing. So he's like, share the joke. I'm like, I'm not laughing. My mom has died. He's like, you're joking. I'm like, I'm serious. So he's like, eh? You know, I hanged up because I'm like, so he called again. By that time, I've given my bro my phone. So tuko hapo. I remember a few minutes later, my auntie came and my big sister and my uncle. So tuko wengi. I think my sister is the one who even covered my mom. I remember the people who were trying to take photos and videos, and my cousin, the one who was driving us, is a cop. So I remember she was pissed. I think she almost hit a guy over there. Because anyway, it didn't make sense. Why are you taking videos of such a scene anyway? So we went to the police station. Then my uncles came, and then we went to the hospital. And I remember all my sister kept on asking me is, where's mom? Where's mom? Is she okay? Did she get hurt? I had such a hard time. I remember my cousin, my cousin is the same age as my sister. I think they were 9 or something. So yeah, because now they're 12. Yeah, so there were 9. 9, 10. There, 10, let's say 10. Because it's 2 years, so 10. So he's also there and he's like, I think I went to see him, and then I remember him telling, he asked the mom, my mom's twin now, he asked, and where's Mama Casey? And then my auntie, of course, couldn't tell him, so akadanganya. She's somewhere in the hospital, she's also being treated. I remember my cousin saying, "You're lying to me, I know she's dead." That's, I just left. I don't know why. I couldn't take it. Again, I think my brain wasn't even processing that. I don't know why. Anyway, fast forward to the morning period. The whole time, God's witness, the whole time, I never, not even one single time, did I ever think that, I don't know, my head just thought that mom one day would come back. So during the whole time, I never cried. I remember even Zozo came. Some of my classmates came, and one of them is called Zora. I call her Zozo. So I remember she was there, and she asked me, "Are you okay?" Because I think they were expecting I'll be crying and everything. I'll be so. She asked me, "Are you okay?" I just told her, "Yeah, I'm okay." She's like, "Are you sure? Are you going crazy or something?" To be honest, Misikwa, I don't know. I can't explain that period. Me, I was a happy human being. I used to laugh when people come to comfort me. I'm laughing. I'm even giving them jokes. So everyone used to think, is this chick okay or something? Anyway, so fast forward again to the burial day. That day I woke up with butterflies filled to in my stomach. I felt like vomiting. I was so stressed. I don't know why. So we were at my grandma's place because that's where the matanga was being held. So we slept there. My cousin lives like the next court. So she called, she's like, we should go for breakfast. So, the rest were brought for breakfast. I said I don't want anything. So my breakfast went back with that girl. So she's like, why are you not eating? Then come, you utengeneze sausage or something. Like, I don't feel like eating. But either way, I just went. So I told her, I don't know why, but I'm really not, I don't think I'm ready for this day. She's like, you know what? We are not going to mourn. We are going to celebrate your mom because she lived her life to the fullest. I think that's what stuck with me the whole day. By the way, not I think, that's one thing that stuck with me the whole day. The whole day I would think about what she said. I would just remember she said, we are not going to cry, we're celebrating mom's life. So I got to the morgue. I had promised myself I wouldn't cry. So we're celebrating mom's life. So we are not crying. I got to the morgue. So my mom had put dreads like recently, like they were like 2-3 months old. So we get there, my God. Kwanzaa, she doesn't have hair, and then it's been cut badly, so she looks funny. So I think that tore my heart, because the day she died, I was with her. But the way the way she even had a smile on her face. You get, like, she didn't look like she's in pain or something. Her face was not even scratched. She was like so peaceful and everything. So that day, Kamog, I was really, 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 I don't know how to explain it, but there was something that wasn't okay. So anyway, her hair was cut. She had scratches, I remember, here, and she had one here. And she looked like she was frowning or something, or her face was in distress, so to say. That broke me, because I was expecting to see the same person I saw the day she died. So I was like, what the hell? And when my sister went there, that broke me. The way she cried, I was like, no. surely. No. She cried so much. That broke me. I think that's when I started crying. I just cried now non-stop. And I remember my cousin Stacy was there, and I was telling her, I don't think my sister should have gone through this. Like, it was so, it didn't make sense. Anyway, so we laid my mom to rest. I remember after that, I think 2 days after it was announced that we're supposed to open school candidates, I was in Form 4 then. A girl, I don't think I was ready mentally. I don't think I was ready emotionally, physically. I don't think I was ready at all. So, I've been told I have to go to school. I remember that weekend, it was on a Saturday. My bro called. Because I wasn't living Roy now. Okay, we relocated to Roy where my mom's elder sister was staying. So I remember, I don't think there's even one single time that I left Roy. I was, come we go. My friends would even call me, come I buy you ice cream, come. I don't want to leave the house. I just want to stay in bed, wake up and eat. I think that was my routine that whole week. So the weekend my bro calls me. And it's like, I'm not taking a no for an answer. So I'm like, right. In my head, I'm just like, okay. This is my brother. He's been there through thick and thin. He knows me well. Hakuna ujinga anaweza try. And if I say I don't want to talk about it, he respects that. So, mi nikaenda. After that, he's like, we're grabbing pizza, and I think, what do we have? Pizza, chicken, and ice cream, I think. Something like that. So he's like, we are going somewhere else. We went to my cousin. Now, these cousins are the same cousins that I was at their party the day before my mom died. Okay? So there. So we are there. We were just chilling, by the way. Ikakuwa, let's order pizza. Oh, it won't be delivered there. So it was like, we take an Uber, me and one of my cousins, go grab the pizza and everything, come back. So we went, ordered. So my bro paid for the pizza and chicken and soda. It came as a package. So because now he was like, I don't have cash for ice cream, so let's grab soda. I think that's what he said. So I was like, sour. So during the morning period, someone would come see me, my mom's friends, they'd give you a G, 2 Gs, 5 sock, they'd give you cash. So me, I had some cash because I hadn't used it for anything. So I was like, me, I'll buy ice cream. So I went, I think I bought, easy sales are buy one, get one free. I bought. So we went, we ate, we were having ice cream, we were laughing. I can't remember what we were talking about, but we were laughing. The evening, we went with my bro. I was to sleep at where my bro was sleeping because the following day I was also leaving to go somewhere. So jioni tukaenda, nikalala kwao. It was such a good day and everything. So in the morning, I went to where I was supposed to go. A day after, my mom's twin is angry at me because I am spending money that I don't have. And I'm like, what the hell is going on again? So I think my auntie told my mom's twin that I spent 10K. I'm like, I bought ice cream. But I thank God my mom's bro was there. So she saw what we had bought. I think she's even the one who gave my bro the cash to buy the food and everything. So that defended me. And then there was so much drama that went on. Yeah. So I went to school. Let's fast forward to, I went to school. Your girl went to school, stayed. I remember I went to school a day or two late. So when I entered school, when I entered my class, everyone was looking at me with those wishy eyes, Me, I think that pissed me off. So I entered, I remember there was a class even in session. I think it's theory. Yeah, we had theory, so I entered. After break, everyone again surrounded my table. I'm like, God. So I told me I'm okay, I'm doing good and everything to just clear the drama. But to be honest, the first 2 weeks in school, I never slept. What I used to do is, we used to go to the dorm at 9. So when we go to the dorm at 9, I would go and sleep immediately. So between 9 and 12, that's around the time. From 12, the dorm is quiet. So between 9 and 12, me, I'm dead asleep. Once it gets quiet, once I can't hear people talking, I wake up. So now I'd be up till like 3. So 3, I rush, I shower, I come back to bed. So between 3 and 3 and what? Between 3 and like 3 to 4, 4:30 there, I go back to sleep. From 3:30 to 4:30, that's another 1 hour I sleep. So that when people are waking up now to go to class, I also wake up, I make my bed and go to class. So that was my routine for like 2 weeks. I remember Zoe asking me if I'm okay. Hi, I think her and Tracy noticed. And I was like, no, I'm not okay, but I will be. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong about it. You're not okay. You need to accept you're not okay. We talked there. They made me feel nice. I tried to adjust. So one day, the deputy was my friend. So she called me to her office. I think she wanted to know how I was doing. So she asked me, and I feel like that's the first time I broke down. And I cried and cried. It was like a really hard time. So anyway, excuse me. So during that whole time, I cried and cried and told her everything. I felt better. I felt like someone actually listened. So from there, I was okay. I was doing good. I started adjusting and everything. So when we went home, now so we closed in December, yeah. When we went home, me now I'm feeling like now I'm ready to talk about it with my family. I know it's going to be okay now. I have the guts and I've built courage to talk about it. So I go home, everyone has moved on. Everyone. So I'm like, what just happened? I was gone for like a month or 2. Everyone had moved on. Everyone was so okay about it. I remember when they used to talk about my mom, I'd just wake up and leave. Or find an excuse. Or like I'd stand and pick up a cup and plates and pretending to take them to the kitchen. You understand? Like I always found a reason to stand and move from where the topic was. So I was like, okay. 2 seconds later, I was at my dad's place. 2 seconds later, we were going for vacation. 2 seconds later, I'm in school again. So I didn't talk about it. I didn't think about it. I didn't get time to feel. So it was hard again. I was like, this is not for me. Definitely not for me. So I remember I had people to talk to, but they don't understand what you're going through. For them, it's just how she feels. I remember, I don't know who, I think I told Zora. I don't know, I think I told Zora and Tracy. Till date, I've never figured out who told someone else, but those are the only 2 people I told. After telling them, Missy, those are the only 2 people personally I opened up to. I remember like 3 days later, or like a week later, let's just call it a week later. So the rumor going around school is I'm telling people my story to gather sympathy. And let me tell you, my class was among the worst of classes ever. My class was never united. My class was, I don't know if they hated me or something. I never understood. So I cried, and then I hated Zora and Tracy because I didn't know which one of the 2 told. When I asked Zora, she's like, it's not me. And I asked Tracy, she says, it's not her. So I hated them both, and I hated my class. So I remember Hannah, my mentor, one day found, I don't know, I think I was crying. I was in class. People were not in class. I was crying. So I told her, I'm having a hard time. Home people have moved on. I can't tell anyone. So I'm really having a hard time processing. Because now, no one is listening to me. And now that I'm opening up to a few guys. 2 seconds later, there's a rumor that I'm seeking sympathy. I'm like, what is going on? So I remember she told me, I think she said, I can't remember the exact words, but she told me, in every situation, there's always a breakthrough. That's what I got. So I think after that we went home. We went for midterms. Again, I'm going for midterms. Now I'm psyched. I'm going to tell aunties. They're so casual about it. I was like, what is going on? What is going on? I don't know. I couldn't understand why you guys okay. It's not even been a year. Anyway, so again, back to school, and now nilikuwa nimefika mwisho, because it's either I've done this, and I remember my principal used to make it hard, my life hard for me in high school. I don't know why she hated me. I've never understood. She used to make it hard. So I decided I shan't confide in any of the students. Since the deputy is my friend, let me talk to her. So I used to tell my deputy what I feel. And now, since I used to stay there a lot, again, ikakuwa, I'm snitching on the students to the deputy. I had had enough with my school. Like, nilikuwa nimefika mwisho. So you guys say, boys are bad. Boys can lie. Let me tell you, girls are bad. Horrible, terrible, name it. Girls are bad. If you can go through a girls' school as a hated girl and go through it, I mean, you are a champion, by the way. I hated a girl called Porcelain. She was in my school. That girl would mimic the way I walk, mimic the way I talk, mimic everything I do. And when she mimics me, she'd put comments to it. I was among the big girls in my class, so as in, she always had something negative to say about me, and she loved saying it in front of everyone. It was me. I hated, let me tell you, if there's a time I hated high school, was that time. From when my mom died, that is the worst time, because kwanza, like her, she always had something to say about me. Anyway, so we move on. It's like 2 weeks to exam, so people go home. I think 2 weeks or a week to exam, students go home. 2 weeks. So 2 weeks to my exam. Mind you, I haven't been reading because I'm dealing with everything that is wrong in my life right at the moment, so I'm not reading. So 2 weeks to exam, I was like, let me read, let me get a grade. Whatever I'll get. I remember my mocks, I had a D minor, if I'm not wrong. I cried so much. I was like, then what's the point of reading? I'm like, anyway, 2 weeks to exam, I'm like, wacha nisome nipate kenye nitapata. So I remember we were doing exams. I think my family came for me. Nikaenda, my sisters had started working and everything, so I was excited. I was taken to my mom's grave. I cried there for a few, then I came back. So on karudi shule, I remember walikuwa wamepewa certain papers, and I remember they were for computer, yeah. Now this is like a few days, ndio watu wa business waende home, tubaki watu wa computer na wa home science. So I don't know if it's a day or like just a few days ndio waende home. Walikuwa wanaenda home on a Monday, so I think it was on a Saturday. Yeah. So watu wakipewa papers, me I wasn't around. So tumeenda computer lesson, the teacher is like, take out the papers you are given. Me, I'm like, which paper? So my desk mate for computer was called Julie. Side is Julie. I can't remember who was on this other side, but I remember Julie because we used to laugh a lot with her. So I asked Julie, kuna papers zimepewa. She's like, kwani hujapewa? Nikamwambia hapana. So akaniambia uliza class rep. So I asked my class rep, papers zangu ziko, uliza a girl called Kunju. I asked her, she's like, she doesn't know. So I'm like, you guys, me, I don't have papers. My computer teacher was very difficult. He was among my difficultest teachers ever. He can be so nice when he wants, but he is just difficult. So I kept on saying, I've not gotten my paper, I've not gotten my paper, I've not gotten my papers. Mind you, I'm saying this so that he understands I was not around when people were being given papers. That's why I've not gotten mine. I repeated it over and over and over and over. This guy is not getting. So I remember Zora thought it's her attacking. Hey man, when the devil comes, he attacks the people who are closest to you. So I think Zora thought it's her I'm attacking. So she's like, she gets all defensive. I'm like, yo, chill, I'm not even attacking you. Me, I'm interested with the teacher understanding that mi sikupata papers. So me nairudia over and over and over. So she gets all defensive. Anyway, she gets pissed and everything. She's all moody. I'm like, okay. So tukitoka class, we were walking. Me, Julie, Gakunju. Who else was there? I think and Maureen. Yeah, and Molly. So we are walking like that. We are walking heading towards the dining hall because it's like a few minutes to 9 and we're going to bed at 9. So we are strolling, we are laughing. I don't know what we were talking about. Then I asked them, excuse me, why did Zora get all defensive and everything? They're like, after them, they didn't understand. Me, I'm like, sawa. So Zora had her name. She used to work with like a girl called Sewanga. Short girl, very mean, and had nothing to show. She used to piss the daylights out of me. So they're walking Zora and Sewanga. Me, I'm walking with. So me, I get to the table where we were seated. CDH, mkibaki form 4 mnakanganyi wote dining hall. Alafu kuna venye mmekana groups zenyu. So me, I get to where me and Gakunju were in the same table. So me and Gakunju are talking about the story. So I remember Janet Nimo was there, Pauline Kigomo, and Tracy, and I don't know, we were like a few of us, and Esther. Esther, she used to wear specs, I can't remember. Maura, Mr. Maura, yes. So we are on that table. So me, I tell them, you guys, so this and this happened. So me, I'm telling them what no, we were talking with Gakunju and trying to understand why Zora got all defensive. So see, the other people in the table had, so they're like, kwani what happened? So me, I'm telling them the story. Where Zora and Sewanga are seated, no. When we were walking, she told me I have a pumpkin brain. And then I told her she has the brain the size of a peanut. Yes. When we were walking, see, she had her name. So she had her name. So we were walking, so she had her name. When I was asking, why did Zora get all defensive? She's like, why are you mentioning me? Pumpkin brain. Pumpkin head. Yes, pumpkin head. Me, I told her, me, I'm a pumpkin. Then you have a brain the size of a peanut. And I walked off. Yeah. So I get to the table. See me, I'm telling now people what happened, and I'm wondering, things changed in 2 seconds. So what happened? So where she had seated like in a corner, and they were like, okay, there were my friends there. I remember Grace was there, Patricia, Miriam, Andrea. There was a few of my, like Patricia was my friend, Grace was my friend. There are people who are my friends who are seated, like people who were friends, not, they are classmates and friends. For me, I had 2 groups. Classmates, friends, simple. So my friends and classmates were seated there. So wamejichocha wakaanza kupiga kelele, hall bell ikaring, me I'm out. Mbona nimekaa hapa? So I get to the cube. Mi kwanza nilifika, nilikuwa nimeacha mlima nguo kwa bed. So me I'm folding my clothes. I want to sleep. Tomorrow, the following day was on a Sunday, so I wanted to sleep because I've not had good night's sleep the whole week. So I think that. So we are there. Don't know what we were talking about. We were just talking. With my cube mates. So, in Grace's cube, kwa cube akina Grace ndio Auntie alikuwa nalala, ndio Grace alikuwa nalala. Patricia was in the opposite cube, I guess. I don't know the way. So kelele ilikuwa inatoka cube akina Grace. So Pauline was in the opposite next cube, so she would hear. So when Pauline heard what they were saying about me and what they're going to do to me, she went and told Tracy. So Tracy again came and told me. So Tracy came and said, don't leave the cube under any circumstance. Kaa kwa cube. I liked showering in the usiku. I didn't like showering in the morning. Me, I'm not a morning person. I would rather do everything usiku. Asubuhi niamke nivae nitoke. I'm not a morning person. So she's like, whatever you do, under any circumstance, please do not leave this cube. I'm like, sawa. Nikamwambia na nikienda kuoga, ndakuamsha asubuhi. Sawa, kwa utaniamsha, because me I can't wake up alone. Wewe si utaniamsha sawa. Me, I'm folding my clothes, Zora comes. And she comes alone. She's like, I want to talk to you. I'm like, why? Me in my head, I'm like, why? I'm like, so I asked her about what? She's like, I just want to talk to you. I'm like, as you talk, I'm listening. She's like, can we do it outside? Mi ni nani, si nikatoka. So we are talking with her. She's asking me why I called her a peanut brain. Told her, you called me a pumpkin head. Sini conversation ya watu wawili. 2 seconds later, a whole mob comes towards from that entrance wamekuja nyuma ya Zora. I remember there were so many people. So me, I'm wondering, this life, let me tell you how these are my friends. Patricia is such a good friend. They were even close with my mom. When my mom used to come to see me, she had to say hi to Patricia. We were that close. The chick called Grace had H. pylori and an issue with blood. So she used to faint a lot. Even her friends stopped helping her. So I used to help her. I would carry her kwa mgongo yangu because she was okay. She was kind of small, but I would carry her, take her to the dorm. I would be very hands-on when it comes to her. There's that. I think those were the 2 people who hurt me the most. So Grace is yelling that Patricia is the one who yelled, apologize to Zora. I'm like, why? It's like, why did you insult her? I'm like, she also insulted me. So, and she's the one who even started insulting me. So unless she apologizes to me, there's no where I'm apologizing to her. She's like, unajionaje when ni prefect? Kambia, but then I'm not even talking. I can remove this. We used to wear a black sweater and a blue tie. So I told her, I can remove this. Prefects used to wear a black sweater and a blue tie. So I tell her, me, I can remove this black sweater and blue tie, and we fight as normal girls we see. So we were there. I remember, I don't know if it's Tracy who shouted it, but one of my friends yelled to her, with your big, because she was really big, and she was tall. She was way taller than me. So she's like, with your big body and your tall self, I wish your body would reciprocate to the brain, your brain size. Ikakuwa ish. And I remember, she's there yelling, sijui, you have to apologize, tutakuchapa. And Sewanga is yelling at me, watamwagia kitanda yangu maji nione kwenye nitalala nini. Do I look like a kia? Me, I got bored. I think Veronica is the one who came. She came and tapped me, so I turned. She's like, they're not worth it. Either way, we're in your corner, but and I love that girl to the core. Veronica, I love that girl. She's like, it ain't worth it. Sawa. So me, I left. Mi nikatoka. Nikaingia dom. Cubemates wangu wakakuja mpaka to cube yetu. Cubemates wangu wakamwambia jaribuni muingie cube. I remember there was another Janet. That one, she was in 4H, me I was in 4 East, so she was not in my class. Akamwambia, try and enter this room. I don't know if Veronica talked to Janet. I didn't understand the situation, but Janet was also in my corner. So, long story short, si watu wa business wakaenda home Monday. Tukabaki computer. Sawanga does computer, Zora does computer, tumebaki. Oh, that Sunday Zora came and said sorry, and we made out story kaisha through Maureen. So now, si tukitoka shule, mi na Zora tumerudiana. So I told my best friend what they did to me, and my best friend was so pissed. I think I attacked some of them or something like that. I don't know what happened anyway. So now I leave school. I am just there. Me, my head is ringing about is what happened to me in school, and I don't have my mother to tell my story. Let me tell you. There's the fact that yes, my mom's twin is my mom and my mom's elder sister is my mom. But at that moment, I didn't feel like they would understand me. Again, they had moved on. So me telling them is me dragging them behind. For them, they've moved on, they're okay. Because they are very okay. Ata wako uko. So I remember I left school, and then my mom's twin is like, I go to Canada and read. I think that was it for me. I think that was my breaking point. I was like, no. And I remember we fought with her a lot. I was like, no, I'm not going. I'm not ready to leave my sister. I don't think they understood that my sister was an excuse. But I was like, they're like, yeah, she's okay. She's okay. She's healed and everything. I'm like, that's the problem. She's okay. I don't think I am okay. Anyway. So yeah. So after that, I think that statement proved to me that tumefika mwisho. So after that, I started dealing with or tried to deal with it, because I couldn't deal with it by talking to anyone. I would talk to my best friend once in a while. I tell him this happened, and then I'm like, but again, sioni ni can't understand ile uchungu na feel, so I'm like, no thank you. I remember even my sister were doing a therapist, and I was like, they had booked for me a few sessions. I refused. I didn't want therapy because I didn't think I'm sick in the brain, so I didn't want therapy. So can I really remember what happened? I just decided I'll deal with it in my own way. So what did I start doing? Eating. So I find anything I can eat. Anything at all. Me kwanza grabs. And then it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. My mom's elder sister, you ask her for anything, she'll give you food-wise. So I used to ask for ice cream. Me yo nyumba ingewahi kosa ice cream. Food, snacks, Oreo, crepes, name it, queen cakes, muffins, everything. She would buy me anything. Kwanza juice never kosad, ice cream and muffins. So she would bring for me whatever I want, or if she can't bring for me, she sends money to get it. So I remember I used to go for driving that time, because I finished school like this and then I was told to do driving. So once I leave driving school, I was to go buy my grabs and then go home. I added weight drastically. I added weight, especially my tummy became so big, like huge. And I don't know why. So this auntie of mine decides to tell me, okay, she said, and I quote, tumbo yako imekuwa kubwa, imebaki kidogo ifikie shosho wa buru. My grandma, on my mom's side, had a really big belly. And it's because she had given birth to 9 children and the last 2 were big, fat twins. So she had a really big belly. So and when she I remember it's a photo I had posted. We were with Njoki, we were with Elsie. She was at my place. She had come to see me. So I remember we had posted that photo, and that's what she says. Hey, I cried. God's honest, I cried so much. I hated myself. I started hating my body. So I would dress anyhowly without caring. I was like, see, I'm already, and she kept on saying, I look ugly. And it's not once or twice. She told me that a couple of times. I hated my body. Ile na chuki. So I would see I'm fat. But no one ever, everyone was just complaining, you're adding weight. No one ever thought, apart from my best friend, no one ever thought of asking me what was the matter. No one. Everyone was like, you're just growing fat. And that's all they saw, that I'm growing fat. And it was the comments, and it was the where it was coming from. You know, people who mean a lot to me. And those are the people who were saying such things to me. I was like, I don't think this is what I want. So I had a really hard time. But I made it. Let me say I made it. Because right now I don't think there's anything you can say to me about my body that would really affect me. I don't think so. Because of the negative comments coming from my family and everything. I remember there's a time I knelt and told God, I can't take this anymore. And please take this heart of flesh and give me a heart of stone. For me to endure this and not come out and say something not very appropriate to someone older than me. Just give me a heart of stone that whatever they say can't affect me. It can't. Nikaa sawa. Umeniambia sawa. Na umenona unakaa vibaya. I'm like, for real? Wa? Lazima. Kwanza, I remember I used to say, and I still do say it even now, because my mom was also big. So when people would tell me, you're fat and everything, I used to say, I have to live up to mom's legacy. That was my way of saying. And to be honest, I'm dealing right now that I am working to lose my weight. Something. Me, I am even willing to join a gym. Me. If you know me, you know that's a no-no for me. But I am willing to, because it was so much. I lost so many friends. I think even I think there's one girl we've been friends for over 10 years now. Okay, 9 years, yeah. And we've been like this with her. We met in primary. I transferred school. We were just like this. She used to come to my place. I used to go to her place. We entered secondary. People parted ways. We were just like this with her. Her mom knows me, like we were so close. And right now, if I tell you, I don't know even how she's doing. I lost the most intimate of friends I had. People who were always there for me, and I was always there for them. I'm always there for my friends. But I gained more new friends, I think, when I joined school. And I still lost some of them. Or even if they're there, I can't really consider them my friends. I think there's just one girl who sticks through everything. Who sticks through when I want to cry or when I want to vent. You understand? It's hard. To be honest, it's hard for people not to understand why you act the way you act. Why so much. It's like you're having emotional baggage. You understand? It's really hard. But let me tell you, it's something I've learned, that you don't need a multitude of friends. You just need those 2-3 friends. And I thank God for people like Chris, Kimberly. You know, those are people who stick through. Chris is among my day one friends, and he never changes. When I want to be emotional, when I want to be angry, I think they're just there. There are people who hawabadilikangi. For them, it's not about Sai. What are you doing for me, Sai? There are people who look at the future. And one thing this whole experience has taught me is to love myself and to value the people who have been there for me. Because my weight really affected me. The way I became big. But then, you know, out here you can't keep showing people it's affecting you. Because even if the people you're supposed to be vulnerable to don't see kama ni kitu kubwa, you get. But I made it, and I'm glad that I made this far. And that's my biggest imperfection, and it's perfect to me because I love myself right now. And it's taught me so much. You know, when family betrays you, there are people who are stepping stones to your greater future. So yeah. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and turn off the notification bell. And I love you all. Deuces.